Hi class, today we are on Book 3, Lesson 25, and this lesson is on counting dollars and cents. So I have a different camera for you today. Let me show you our first problem here. We have money, and the assignment or the question says, how much money is this worth? So this is a mixture of dimes, nickels, quarters, and pennies, and they're all kind of mixed together here. So the first thing that we want to do if we're counting money is we want to put them together into like coins. So first I'm going to look for all my quarters. I see a quarter there and a quarter there, and I want you to notice the top of the quarter and the back side of the quarter. You can't see it so well in my video. So if you want to ask mom and dad to show you some coins out of their wallet, or if you guys have a piggy bank, you can be looking at coins and see what different quarters look like, especially since our country has done the different state quarters. The back sides of quarters have all kinds of different designs on them now. But the fronts are all the same. They look like this. And they are all the same size. So that's how you know it's a quarter. So I separated out my quarters. Next I'm going to look for my dimes. Dimes are the smallest coin. And there's some fronts and some backs. Looks like I have 3 dimes here. And then I'll separate out my nickels. Nickels, we have some old and some new nickels now too. So you might want to see if you can look at those in real life out of a piggy bank. And then we have our pennies. So I put them in this order because quarters are worth the most. Dimes, even though they're smaller than nickels, they're worth more. Dimes are worth 10 cents versus a nickel is being 5 cents. And then pennies are worth the least. So now that I have them in order, I'm going to count. And I want to start by counting by 25 because a quarter is worth 25 cents. So I have 25, 50. Then I'm going to add a 10, 60, 70, 80. Now I have to switch to counting by fives. 85, 90, 95, $1. So I hit $1, so now I can just start at 1 again and count 1, 2, 3, 4. So what we have here is $1 and 4 cents. And we would write that like this. $1, 4 cents. Okay? All right, our next example, again, is just counting money. So I'm going to lay it out. This time we have some dollars that we're going to count. And our money's all kind of mixed up here. Here's what we're going to count. So once again, we want to put them in order. Our dollars are already here together. Then I have quarter, quarter, dime, nickel, penny, penny. And we just count. $1, $2, 25, 50. Then I add a 10, 60. Then I add a 5, 65, 66, 67. So here I have $2 and 67 cents. Okay, our next example is a little different. It doesn't have us counting money. This type of problem says write a number sentence that states the total value of a quarter plus a $half. So we know what a quarter is, and we're making a number sentence. So there's 2 ways we could write this. We could write 25 cents, because that's a quarter, plus a $half. We haven't looked at those yet, but $half are worth 50 cents. So we would write it like this, and then I didn't leave myself much room, but 25 plus 50 cents is going to be 75 cents. That's one way we can write it. We could also use $1 in decimal point. So instead of writing 25 cents like that, we would write 25 cents like this. So 25 cents plus 50 cents equals 75 cents, like that. Either one of those are correct. Here's an example of something that's not correct. Here I have a dollar sign and decimal and a cent sign. That would not be correct. It's either or. We either have the cent sign without the dollar sign and decimal point, or we have the dollar sign and decimal point with no cent sign. Okay? Okay, the next example is a table. It says number of dimes and value in cents. And it's already written for you in your book. Let's see, there's 6. Just have to make sure I have enough room on my board to make the table. Okay, and it's filled out just like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then they have 10, 20, 30 down here. So what this table is telling us is that if I have 1 dime, I have 10 cents. 2 dimes makes 20 cents. 3 dimes makes 30 cents. And they want us to fill in the rest of the table. So 4 dimes, how many cents is that going to be? 40, correct. 5 dimes will be 50 cents. And they didn't write it here, but we can say 6 dimes will be 60 cents. And now our table is complete. All right. That is the last of our examples. However, there is an activity here. It says find the total value of the play money given to you by your teacher. So I gave you play money a couple weeks ago, I believe, actually, and I gave it to you in sheets. I didn't give you a specific amount. So what I would encourage you to do is either use that and grab a handful and count it and then ask someone at home to tell you if you're correct. Or better yet, if you have real live coins at home, it's always best to do money using real money. And that way you can see the different designs that they give us and practice telling new quarters apart from nickels and other coins as well. So just get some practice counting money and then ask a parent or an older brother or sister if you counted correctly. And that will be awesome. We also have a lesson practice. So if you don't have any coins at home and you still need some practice counting money, you can turn to page 137. They give you a couple of problems there where you're practicing counting the pictures of money in the book. Once you are finished with counting money and practicing and you feel really confident about what the different coins are and what their values are, then you can move on to your written practice, which begins on page 138 of your textbook. Have a great day, and I will see you again soon.